buildings out of that look like they're three-dimensional buildings, but they're just really flat. And hopefully that's going to work out.
People of Cake Wars, have no fear. I'm here to rescue. Oh.
What is happening right now?
I'm taking my shield and I'm going home. 2 hours.
Are you kidding me? 2 hours? This time limit is no joke.
Bree, need help?
So excited to see this cake coming to life. You know, it's obviously Captain America's birthday cake. I want all of the Avengers to be represented. I'm making Cap's shield. It's 18 inches round. How's the hammer coming?
It's coming along.
Mjolnir is next. That's Thor's hammer. Look it up. The hammer is cake covered in fondant. Oh my god, that silver is everywhere. Sorry. Okay, perfect. We have a shield now. Excited about that.
I like that there's just hints of the characters without the actual characters themselves. She's really focusing all the attention to detail, and she's included their shields and what represents them. I think was a really smart way to incorporate them all into her cake, but I'm not sure if she's actually going to finish.
Janelle's past victory wasn't a chance.
Yeah.
She deserved it, and I think she's going to prove herself worthy again.
Two more symbols.
There we go. We have buildings,
We have
windows.
So our cake, we're going to have the tallest buildings in New York. And at the very top, we have Captain America in his most heroic pose. Okay, I'm going to start putting characters on. We're running out of time. We don't have time to mess anything else up.
We're going to put a whole top right here. We have light. Okay.
For the shield and the inside, we have just a small piece of cereal tree so that we can stick the light for where we're going to show that Captain America is a beacon of America.
Is it on there?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's on there.
Okay, awesome.
Ooh-wee. Okay, so he has a shield.
Rihanna's Captain America has a great posture. He's very dynamic, but he's a bit rough around the edges. I didn't see them smoothing the modeling chocolate.
She, on the other hand, she's really giving us that skyline and that cityscape.
What I like about it reminds me of when I was a kid reading Marvel comics. I have the belief when you're reading those comics that there's just superheroes flying around, jumping from rooftop to rooftop, and that's the feeling I get from that kid.
Okay, more clouds. We're doing this.
You know what? I don't even think it needs to be how we originally like full bricks. I think I'm just like patching them and then darkening all the rest. Thinking right here, and then the other ones will go up here.
Yes.
I really want to get a sense of a strain on the building. You know, the windows are cracking, the structure can bust at any minute, but of course it has to be strong. So I decided isomalt for windows. It's perfect. Isomalt is a clear sugar that dries hard, and it gives a shiny look. All right, so I'm just cracking the windows to make it look like, you know, there was just like a battle. Oh my god, this is perfect.
Kayla's cake, I like the atmosphere of the cake, grays and browns. It feels like the Hulk is saving a New York City brownstone.
She has cake and more cake and more cake. Heavy, heavy, heavy structure. So I'm nervous for what's going to happen when she puts Captain America up there.
I like the story they're telling. The Hulk is obviously the process of saving this building. This cake's obviously about helping people.
If we can work as fast as a superhero, then we're gonna be all right.
30 minutes left. We're not going to be done. I know.
I forgot to texture the bricks.
How's the comic book coming?
It's coming along. I just gotta finish putting Captain's details on.
Sabrina's sculpting Captain America busting out of the comic. I'm just like counting down the minutes until she can finish. Okay, I think this is our final cake for me to cover. The top tier is going to be covered in blue fondant with the New York skyline represented. Oh God.
Oh my
It's
God.
like super sticky. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. The fondant keeps ripping. If I can't properly cover my cake, we're definitely going to go home.
Do you need help? Here. Oh my God,
It's ripping. It's ripping. To
Oh my
redo
God,
it.
this is awful.
God.
We're running out of time.
When we say everyone,
I'm ready to beat Bobby Flay.
we mean everyone.
I want you to beat Bobby Flay.
Goya is out to beat Bobby Flay. All new tonight at 10. Brought to you by Voya Financial, changing the way you think of retirement. Go!
Test drive the new 2018 Acura TLX with precision all-wheel steel.
Yeah, I know you can feel the mood.
Lease the 2018 Acura TLX for $309 a month for all qualified customers. Visit your Acura dealer today.
This guy's upping his game by listening to an audiobook on Audible. And this guy is just trying to get through the day, keeping it together, losing it. Upgrade your commute. Ride with Audible.
As a parent, you child-proof everything. Cords, corners, cabinets, and cribs. Pets, plants, and appliances. Tables, toilets, and those teensy-tiny knickknacks. You child-proof stairs, sockets, and stoves. Everything from bath time to bedtime and beyond. Well, almost everything. You may not have thought about one thing, and that's securing your dressers and chests to the wall. It's simple, it's quick, and it helps avoid dangerous tip-over accidents. So do it today. Secure it.
Can I have the peanut butter sandwich? Can Charlie have one too?
Charlie can have one too. One for Charlie.
What's wrong? Charlie took a bite.
Feed his imagination with the fresh roasted peanut taste he loves. Where there's Jif, there's love.
From the New York Times bestseller, an inspirational true story of hope when we need it most. Starring Greg Kinnear, Renee Zellweger, Jaimin Hansu, and John Voight. Same kind of different as me. Rated PG-13 in theaters Friday.
Introduce your littlest ones to a fun, interactive way to learn as they play. They'll learn about letters.
T is for Thomas.
Colors, and numbers.
I'm the number 6 engine.
Railway Pals, from My First Thomas and Friends. What makes this simple salad the best simple salad ever? Heart-healthy California walnuts. The best simple veggie dish ever? California walnuts. The best simple dinner ever? Great tasting, heart-healthy California walnuts. So simple, so good. Get the recipes at walnuts.org. Shopping for your pets has never been easier. Introducing Chewy.com.
I'm a stay-at-home mom with 2 young boys, so I'm super busy with their schoolwork and sports. So shopping online at Chewy makes it easier. It's convenient and it's reliable.
We love the free shipping. Treats, toys, food in 1 to 2 days are delivered right to our doorstep.
I recommended Chewy to my neighbors and my friends because the prices are great and they love it.
Save 20% on your favorite brands and get fast free shipping. Shop online at Chewy.com.
Oh God, the fondant keeps ripping and it's creating this huge time constraint. We're gonna have to do it again. We're running out of time. I can just feel our title slipping away.
10 minutes left.
I think we're gonna make it. I know. We have too much to do. You know who else we need to try and secure?
Iron Man. I'm really feeling like I'm in the weeds, and I'm thinking, even if I get this armature to hold up and it doesn't fall flat, I'm not gonna have time to finish this thing.
Down. Okay. Great. Oh my God.
All right, come on, let's get it on. We finally get the fondant working and get it on the cake.
And why isn't this screwing?
There's just not enough time, and I don't see any light at the end of the tunnel. Like, I don't think we're going to finish our cake.
This is really happening right now.
I can't believe it.
1, 2, 3. Okay, 3, stand up straight. No.
We're going.
Oh my God, y'all, it's really heavy. I'm about to drop it.
3, stand up straight. Jill's saying, Brianna, you gotta stand straight. You gotta stand straight. I'm like, I am. My back hurts. I can't do it. This is really heavy.
We have to move it. I can't believe it.
Okay, then what about the main piece? Let's just put the top tier cake.
Sabrina is not wanting it to leave our kitchen. It's got to get on the podium now. Come on, we got to move it. Sabrina,
It's heavy. Watch your fingers. Oh, wait. What's happening?
Okay, lift. Okay. Lift it. Okay. Be careful now. Get your fingers out. Okay. Are you out? I'm up.
be careful. Watch your fingers.
1 minute. 1 minute left. Don't knock him.
Did you get it through?
No.
Here, you need a hammer it through.
All the edges. I don't want to put this in.
Give me a brush. 10, 9, 8,
Some clouds.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands off, Nicks. Hands off. Hands off.
Oh my gosh. This is killing me right now. We didn't finish it. It's definitely not something that we're proud of.
final challenge, you have to create a high-flying cake celebrating Captain America and his super-powered friends. Kayla, let's talk about your cake.
Okay, so we did Captain America after an epic battle, and he's having his birthday bash, and all of his Avenger friends have come. Then we have Hulk lifting Captain America into the sky. So for the flavors, we did a birthday chocolate cake. The filling, it's fresh strawberries and Swiss meringue buttercream, and on the outside is the chocolate ganache.
Ron, what do you think?
I could have that cake for every one of my birthdays, of which I have many. Strong chocolate flavor and the buttercream is delicious. I'm very impressed with your cake. Your background as a science teacher comes through. Well calculated structure. The cake lacks dynamic, but is very rich with atmosphere.
You gave us a simple chocolate cake. It's moist. Your Swiss meringue buttercream is silky and smooth. There's nothing outstanding about your cake, but there's nothing really wrong with your cake. The design of your cake, I love. My favorite part is Hulk. The expression and the way that he's sculpted really is sort of the comic come to life for me. The only thing I would have to say is your cake lacks story.
Steven.
It looks like a very fun party. The concept is great. It's very exciting to look at.
Janelle, let's talk about your cake.
So for our cake, we decided to have the Avengers assemble. We have Hulk's hands holding up Captain America's shield, Thor's hammer, and then we've got the cityscape, Iron Man's hand, and then Captain America is coming literally out of a comic book. So we chose apple pie. It's a browned butter cake. It has a brown butter Swiss meringue buttercream, and it's got pie crust as well.
You capture the feeling of an apple pie in a cake. That's amazing, and I really love the bits of pie crust in the buttercream. But I have to say, I'm left with a cake that feels a bit static. Nothing breaks out of order, and that's not the world that we know according to the Avengers.
Janelle, the addition of the brown butter adds a depth and a sophistication to it. Your attention to detail is phenomenal. Iron Man's hand is so lifelike. The only thing that makes me sad is I can tell that you didn't finish your cake. When we visited your station, we were worried that you took on too much. Unfortunately, it seems like you did.
Thank you.
Steven, what do you think?
You've got such great iconography here with the hammer and the shield. It's really, really cool.
Thank you.
Ron, let's talk about your cake.
We decided to go with a more old school comic book feel. We have all of his friends. We have Hulk, we have Iron Man, and then we have Captain America really big on top of the buildings. We have a marble cake that has a sweet southern pound cake and chocolate buttermilk pound cake filled with ganache and white chocolate mocha custard.
Brianna, the texture is very heavy and it almost dries out my palate. Maybe it's overbaked. But that said, your creation is fantastic. The architecture of the old New York comic style is so attractive. It really brings their comic sense to life. My concern is the details. Some of the fine details are missing.
Waylon.
I do agree with Ron in that the texture, it's a little dense and chewy, like perhaps it was overmixed, but your cake itself, you really nailed it. And the addition of, the light there, the flashing star and the shield just really brings it all together.
Steven.
I thought this one was so much fun. I really get the sense these characters spring from the streets of New York, which all the classic Marvel characters do. But I do kind of wish Hulk was wearing pants.
Brianna, thank you. Well, bakers, the judges are going to assemble and figure out who wins. We'll see you back here in a minute.
I already know that it's not our best work. This is Cake Wars. You can't come to the final round with an incomplete cake.
Waylon says that she thinks that my cake lacks story. My worry is really, really starting to set in.
Ron doesn't like our cake. But for Waylon to say that we nailed the design, that made me feel like the best cake decorator in the world. My stomach is just turning right now.
Okay. All right.
Stream live episodes of your favorite shows on the Food Network app. Download the app and watch the latest shows for free.
Who's got it?
A chance to become
If this was a pullback,
I gotta check it
I would
out.
have pulled back.
We're in control.
You know what I'm saying? So it's really one time frame up.
Your shows.
Because if it was
when
going to
and where
pull
you want them.
back,
It's a life lesson on putting your creative intelligence to the test today.
Wow.
so here,
Stream now on your favorite devices.
so is it going to go down?
New Godiva Masterpieces. Chocolate never felt so good.
Jimmy's gotten used to his whole room smelling like sweaty odors. Yep, he's gone nose blind. He thinks it smells fine, but his mom smells this. Luckily for all your hard-to-wash fabrics, there's Febreze Fabric Refresher. Febreze doesn't just mask, it eliminates odors you've gone nose blind to. And try Febreze Unstoppables for fabric. With up to twice the fresh scent power, you'll want to try it again and again, and maybe just one more time. Indulge in irresistible freshness. Febreze Unstoppables. Breathe happy.
Millions of us suffer from the symptoms of dry eye. TheraTear's unique electrolyte formula corrects the salt imbalance that causes dry eye, so your eyes will thank you. More than eye drops, dry eye therapy. TheraTears. Wait.
Perfect. At Del Monte, we keep it simple. Our green beans are packed at the peak of freshness with just water and a dash of sea salt. Nothing else. Because it's what's inside that counts.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Patrick woke up with a sore back, but he's got work to do. So he took a leave this morning. If he'd taken Tylenol, he'd be stopping for more pills right now. Only Aleve has the strength to stop tough pain for up to 12 hours with just one pill. Tylenol can't do that. Aleve. All day strong, all day long. Also try Aleve Direct Therapy with TENS technology for lower back pain relief.
I was wondering if an electric toothbrush really cleans better than a manual, and my hygienist says it does, but they're not all the same. Who knew? I had no idea. So she said look for one that's shaped like a dental tool with a round brush head.
Go pro with Oral-B. Oral-B's rounded brush head surrounds each tooth to gently remove more plaque. And unlike Sonicare, Oral-B is the only electric toothbrush brand accepted by the American Dental Association for its effectiveness and safety.
My mouth feels so clean. I'll only use an Oral-B.
Oral-B. Brush like a pro.
A good enough dinner
Hey, should I heat up some nuggets for?
isn't good or enough.
It's a plated night.
Yes.
So plan for great. Start at Plated.com. Pick from a wide variety of dinner options. All the shopping and measuring is done for you. So get together, share, enjoy. Go to Plated.com right now to get 50% off your first week of Plated Nights. That's up to a $79 value. This offer won't last, so go to Plated.com now.
Judges, 3 amazing Captain America cakes stand before you. Ron, we'll start with you. What'd you think of Brianna's cake?
I love the comics feel of this cake. Captain America is running towards danger and not away from it. He's so powerful, and the characters' poses are so dynamic. But when you get closer to them, the characters are missing major features. Some of them don't have noses. Captain America should be smooth, but the uniform is very bulky.
She gave us that iconic skyline, the clouds, and that's beautiful and a really great job. But I think, like you're saying, the expressions on a lot of their faces are missing. And she was never able to get that smooth finish on Captain America, even after we pointed it out to her. The flavor of her ganache filling and the sort of custard filling were delicious. It just was a shame that her marble cake was a little dense, but overall, all the flavors are really balanced and worked really nice.
I think it's so much fun the way it just springs out of the city. I wish there were more detail with the characters, though she dug pretty deep into Marvel mythos for the costume designs. We would definitely get letters from parents about the Hulk's lack of pants.
All right, now moving on to Janelle's cake.
I love Captain America coming out of the comic book.
It saddens me to such a degree that Janelle was not able to finish the cake, and above this amazing Thor's hammer, we see uncovered metal parts. But Janelle's cake was my favorite to flavor, and such a brilliant take on all American apple pie.
She gave us really clean, nice, detailed work, but you can just tell that it wasn't finished and just it's sad.
Let's talk about Kayla.
I'm impressed that Kayla was able to accomplish this structure with such heavy cake, all being held up and standing on top of Hope's shoulders from a novice, hobbyist baker to accomplish such a strong, sturdy structure like that and give us such impeccable detail work in the characters. She really did a great job.
The cake excels with concepts rather than a story. There is no relationship between the characters.
This one is just so exciting. I can feel the Hulk grunting, his muscles tensing as he tries to lift this building. It's really a great piece of work.
Kayla gave us a really simple chocolate cake with fresh strawberries and a ganache frosting, but nothing outstanding.
All right, judges, it's time to pick our hero. Do we know who it is? Let's bring back these bakers. Bakers, all three of you created superhero cakes fit for Steve Rogers and the rest of the Avengers. In just a few moments, one of you will have your cake whisked off to Captain America's 75th birthday bash. But one of you won't get that chance. And that's the baker who had their design bogged down by too many unfinished details. Sorry, Janelle. You're done in this cake war.
I already feel defeated. I don't really lose that many things. It's an awful feeling. This is Cake Wars. You can't come to the final round with an incomplete cake.
That leaves two, Kayla and Brianna.
My stomach is just turning right now. The anxiety is killing me.
I proved so much in these 2 rounds, and I want to win. Not winning is not enough anymore. I want the win.
Ultimately, the judges felt that when they looked at each cake's flavor, the design, the details, and the story, there was one cake that barely edged out the other. The winner of Cake Wars and $10,000 is Kayla. Congratulations, you're the winner of this cake competition.
I can't hold it together. I'm crying. Fallon's running over. She's crying. I don't even know what's happening anymore. It is just like amazing. It's validation, and we did it. I can't wait for the school, all of my students.
This is great.
Phenomenal. My family, who they support me through all of this. I just can't believe that we did this.
It's about to get a little messy over here.
Tonight, it's a robot-powered battle for control of the cake-making universe.
We're gonna win this.
As 4 expert bakers take on...
This is do or die.
The Transformers.
May the best robot win.
Don't drop it. Your cake is the most spectacular cake I've seen on Cake Wars.
But only one baker will take home $10,000.
It's just a hot mess.
You make me so nervous.
Well, I'm nervous.
It's Transformers. It's got to be huge.
I'm Jonathan Bennett, and Cake Wars starts right now. Bakers, welcome. You are 4 of the best cake makers in the country. But what you will face in today's battle may change you forever. You 4 are going to be baking for the raddest robots in disguise, the Transformers.
I grew up playing with Transformers, the epic battle between Decepticons and Autobots. It's awesome.
Today's winner will have their cakes jetted over to an awesome party celebrating the heroic Autobots and the evil Decepticons. And not only that, but today's winner, you'll also take home $10,000. So let's get your motors running with the flavor challenge we like to call Batter Up. We want you to create a mini cake celebrating your absolute favorite Transformer. And because Transformers are all about that robot vehicle duality, we want you to flavor your cakes with one of the food duos on the inspiration table. We got chocolate and peanut butter, chicken and waffles, peanut butter and jelly, peaches and cream, coffee and donuts, or wine and cheese. You've got 75 minutes. Bakers, roll out.
I love Transformers. What are we going to do for our flavors? What is it?
doing chicken and Christian waffles. I wanted to chocolate peanut butter, and it reminds me of my childhood, and the Transformers remind me of my childhood. Okay, as a returning champion, I know the judges are going to expect a lot more out of us. I want to win so badly. We can do this. My name is Chantal Zeragosian. I'm the owner of Shakar Bakery in Los Angeles, California. I want to win twice, Mom. Twice. Cake Wars changed my life in a lot of ways. After winning Cake Wars, a few schools invited me to speak to inspire kids. I'm so nervous. I'm very nervous too. I brought my mom with me as my assistant. I got peanut butter and the cream cheese. I'm making a dark chocolate devil's food cake with peanut butter mousse, dark chocolate buttercream, all frosted with dark chocolate ganache. I think we're the messiest bakers in this competition. For our cake, we have the Transformer flour. Don't fail me, cake. I need you. My name is Dio Dixon. I'm the owner of Cake Wars in Arlington, Texas. So the chocolate Swiss meringue is just going to be awesome. I quit working as a nurse because cake orders and just cake everything has taken over. And it's truly my passion. I like being a nurse, but I love making cakes. I know that I have talent. Oh my God, man. I don't think I got too much. My assistant is Christine English. You're really moving over there. We're going to make Optimus Prime, and he's going to be standing over the city. So I think I'm going to fill it with the nice honey roasted peanuts. I'm making a chocolate buttermilk cake that has an espresso powder and it's chocolate Swiss meringue buttercream. The filling is a light peanut butter filling. I think that would be a good idea. So the risk is that chocolate peanut butter is definitely a safe food. But to make it pretty unique, we're going to make peanuts and peanuts and put them in a filling to kind of give it a texture. If you use some nice I'm putting some crushed almonds into the almond cake.
Why? I'm just trying to see if this was a fullback. I don't see anything.
Oh, this is going to be just so simple and good. You never have enough fun.
The Transformer should be transformed. So for our cake, the blur bar will be the back end, and the front end is going to be the robot part. We're kind of going to have transformation.
Oh my God. So fragrant. Brush your fingers. One person at a time, Christine. I don't see anything as a cake. I see it as a piece of artwork. My name is Samantha Burks, and I'm from Long Beach, New York. I'm the owner of Design Studio. Here I'm also a cutter cake designer. So each piece is really personal, handcrafted artwork. Cocoa powder to help with the chocolate cake. I wrote along Joanne with me. I'm excited because I love peanut butter and chocolate. We're going to create a dark chocolate cake with a smooth peanut butter filling with a rice cereal crunch. The panels for the cake are going to be on this cutting board. We're going to create sound wave crackling through the cement. This is super ambitious. I want to showcase something cool and different. Okay, that's the base. These are the panels. It's time to say hello to your judges. Renowned pastry chef, the one and only Taylor Lucas. And the award-winning cake artist, the man with the bow tie, Richard Ruskell. And our guest judge today is the Senior Vice President of Global Licensing at Hasbro, Simon Waters. Bakers, 1 hour left. No more dilly-dallying. 1 hour left, Mom. Here we go. 3:15. Let's go. Also, that's great. That one's using the same flavors. Alright, so it should be called the Battle of Chocolate Peanut Butter, but we're gonna win this. But I feel like nobody is taking it to where I see it.
No pressure. There you have it. Since 3 out of 4 stations are all giving us chocolate peanut butter cakes, I want to see the baker that's going to sort of include something that's going to set them apart.
I want it to have like that crispy, crackly. I'm incorporating a rice cereal crunch. Tell me it's looking good. Using white chocolate, it keeps the texture, it keeps the crunch.
And over at Sam's Station, I know she's giving us a white chocolate rice cereal crumble in her cake, which is something that will set the other chocolate peanut butter cakes apart.
Then we have our girl Dion.
I love that she's giving us honey roasted peanuts for a little bit of texture and peanut flavor.
I wanted to be able to get some crunch in every bite. We have a returning champion, Chantal, over here.
I'm now gonna make the ganache.
I think Chantal's cake is probably the most straightforward with regards to flavor, so she's really got it nailed on the head.
Nice and silky.
Let's talk about Devin's cake over here.
All right, pizzas are done.
Rocking and running.
Devin is the only kitchen that is not giving us chocolate and peanut butter. He's actually going for 2 of the flavors, peaches and cream, and also wine and cheese.
The fact that he's poaching the peaches and white wine is a great step.
Can you smell the wine from over there?
Oh my goodness.
I'm so excited that we get the Transformers.
We're gonna make Optimus Prime. I am in charge of making the city out of fondant. Christine is just gonna work on the Transformer. How you doing?
She's gonna be taking different colors on it, molding them, and then using skewers to stick them together.
Very hot pans in the dirt. 30 minutes left, makers.
Oh my gosh! Oh my god! What? The cake is done. Right, well, it's done and perfect. It's done and okay, we're gonna have to level this. It's gonna be for the rifle and the chest. I chose to do Sally. She's one of the old school Transformers. She's gonna be like holding it over that. Coming with the arm, using arm chocolate. First thing we're gonna put you in the 2 sheets, and then I'll take a sharp knife and make the corners sharper. So all the pieces are done. The accessories for the guy is done.
Marvel goes to Steve, he always transformer to advance the level, so he turns out every way. The character is Blur, and he's supposed to be the fastest dog on
Don't play another one.
cover it, paste, and do the detail work.
Cake's out of the oven, Devin. Putting it in the
Cake is done, cake is done, cake is done. I'm so lucky I grew up with a brother and he bought us Transformer toys. I'm tasking my mom with making in a cardboard. And then
I don't know.
his face into these so it goes flat with a little bit of 3D elements. I think I'm putting back to the back. So I start cutting my rounds. I only baked 1 sheet pan, and you have to be strategic to get 3 5-inch rounds to make 3 layers of cake. What? Your wife told them. Para que your hands are dirty though. Okay, wait, I can't. You're making it to the cake. Oh my god. You distracted me, Mom. I sat there running around in circles. I did 2 circles, side by side, which messed me up because now there wasn't room for that 3rd circle. Look, no, it's not okay. I need 1 more layer of cake. I just made a big mistake. Oh my god.
It's Macy's Monday sale. Shop incredible deals of the day. Save 40% on super juniors dresses.
See if that would have came down here.
The state fighting power of OxyClean.
I could be dead. Let's see what happens with OxyClean. It's coming out. Wow, that cream grape juice on teddy bear. The grape juice is I'm very surprised they got so bad. Dirty lace is very hard to clean. That's
Oh, it's cheap.
OxyClean gets the tough stains out. And now try upgraded OxyClean laundry detergent high def for people who are serious about cleaning.
now has an SUV for that. Deal Bobcat. Get 3 extra SUVs from the See your dealer and get over 10,400 total value. Especially equipped 2017 Buick Enclave Premium model and financed through GM Financial.
Oh God, I got them running in circles. I just made a big mistake. This cake has 3 5-inch rounds of cake, and I only baked 1 sheet of it. Now there wasn't room for that 3rd circle. We need to shrink the cake. And then I panicked because now I have to shrink the cake size. We need to shrink the card. My mom made Blur's cardboard to fit 5 inches, and now that I shrink the cake, I'm telling her, you need to shrink the card. I would have my blood pressure high. For the first time ever, I'm embarrassed in my work. You're making me sound like, well, I heard that. We have to nail both of them. It's going to be awesome. We're going to create exactly correctly for you to submit. I'm an accent optimist to make lucky capital using silver recipes. Then touch it up with the paper. I'm going to accent the reds and blues to give it that dimension. Also looks good. I'll pick like telling people what's going on with this. You are awesome. We are just frantically putting out bumpers and sauce packs and tires and just getting all this together. Okay, just don't stop. Just don't stop. We're gonna make Optimus good. We're gonna have to hurry up and get this cake finished. So get the building so we can. Optimus is really good.
I don't like her, so I watch her. Alright, so this is what's going on. I don't know how to read this because period 3 was an inside bar. So with period 3 being an inside bar, was period 4 a pullback or a continuation with the inside bar? Okay. So it went up and it came down. So I'm like so confused on Google that I don't know what to do. The same thing holds true for Amazon. Period 3 was an inside bar. I don't know if period 4 was a continuation of one time frame up or was it a pullback. If it was a pullback, then period 5 should have went down and period 6 should be going down. I'm like clueless about what this is doing. You know, and the same holds true for Priceline. What is it doing? I don't know what to do, so I'm not going to do anything.
I love the fact you have the shield on the front. It's a nice little detail, but not quite there. Thank you very much. Thank you. Dion, tell us about your cake.
Optimus Prime is the ultimate protector of the universe. I have a chocolate buttermilk cake. The filling is a peanut butter filling that has honey roasted peanuts to add a little bit of crunch and texture, and a chocolate Swiss meringue to finish it off.
Dion, what I really wish your cake had was more of it. Salt. Just hitting these little pieces of salt just warmed my mouth up and made me want to eat even more. Your design, it shouldn't have worked. Transformers are all about sharp lines, square corners. Your Optimus was cuddly, kind of cute. I shouldn't have liked it, but I did like it.
This is the perfect chocolate peanut butter cake. It's the right amount of richness with not being too much and overpowering. Design-wise, this to me is what this challenge is all about. It's simple, it's straightforward. It reminds me of the Transformers I grew up loving as a child, and I think it's great.
Thank you. You took what's a really complicated model, you simplified it, but you still made it look like Optimus. Really, really well done. Dion, thank you very much. Chantal, tell us about your cake.
We decided to go with Blur. I've designed his face on 2D and sculpted his car transformation as the topper. I did a dark chocolate devil's food cake, peanut butter mousse, and a dark chocolate American buttercream
and a dark chocolate ganache for the outside of the cake.
Chantal, I have mixed feelings about your cake. I liked that you delivered a peanut butter mousse. What I have the biggest problem with is your ganache on the outside of your cake is hard as a rock. I don't really see where the time went. The car is a little juvenile and sad looking. I definitely do expect a little bit more from our returning champion.
The inside of the cake, I liked. It's too much of a ganache filling. It just kind of overpowers everything else. But the peanut butter is nice. Everybody is given 75 minutes, and I see 10 minutes worth of work. The car on top looks like a lump with 4 wheels. The face is badly done.
It seemed a little rushed to me. Not quite all there, I'm afraid.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Sam, let's talk about your cake.
Well, we decided to go with Soundwave, breaking through the cement. The flavors we chose was a nice dark chocolate cake with a smooth, creamy peanut butter filling, rice crumble with some peanut butter, white chocolate for the crunch.
Sam, the design of your cake and the appearance is hands down the most spectacular cake I've seen on Cake Wars out of a first round cake. Your attention to detail, your airbrush work, it's perfection. The cake itself, the flavors are there, but that cake with the rich peanut butter filling, it's just too much to get through.
I have to disagree with Waylon. The cake, it was delicious. The rice cereal treats, a nice crunch. I really enjoyed it. The design is really great. I knew exactly what it was. No one had to tell me which character it was. And I'm so glad you did a Decepticon.
This wasn't a robot in disguise. This was a cake in disguise. Absolutely sensational.
Sam, thank you very much. Great job.
Thank you.
The judges are now going to transform their thoughts about your cake into a decision. We'll meet you back here in a few minutes.
I'm really nervous. They had mixed feelings about my cake. I really hope I could scrape by with my flavor.
My heart's pounding right now. I'm not feeling 100% confident that we're going to make it to the next round.
Cake lovers unite! Head over to foodnetwork.com/Cake Wars for exclusive clips, recipes, and baking tips. The internet has never tasted so good.
In 1905, Boar's Head opened a family business based on a simple idea. Craft the finest delicatessen products possible, nothing less. 5 generations later, we've never wavered from that commitment. Meats trimmed the old-fashioned way, exceptional ingredients, time-honored recipes. If a product doesn't live up to our exacting standards, it doesn't carry the Boar's Head name. In a world where quality is come into question, know that you can put your trust in Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.
Introduce your littlest ones to a fun, interactive way to learn as they play. They'll learn about letters. T is for Thomas. Colors and numbers. I'm the number 6 engine. Railway Pals from My First Thomas and Friends.
Heard you had a hard day. I had a bad day too. I forgot my briefcase. There I was at work.
Feed his kindness. Where there's Jeff, there's love.
Enter the HGTV Urban Oasis Giveaway 2017. You can win this completely renovated classic craftsman home in the heart of Knoxville, Tennessee. Experience vibrant food and music scenes, eclectic shopping, and all the outdoor activities you could want, all just steps from right here. And it comes with $50,000 for Quicken Loans.
Presented by Overstock.com, Quicken Loans, and these sponsors. Enter daily at hgtv.com/Urban Oasis for your chance to win.
Nature's Bounty knows healthy cholesterol starts in your gut, so we made Cardio Health, an innovative way to support healthy cholesterol containing LRC, a probiotic strain that helps you metabolize dietary cholesterol, because we all want to be healthy for whatever comes next. Nature's Bounty Cardio Health.
With the Home Advisor app, it's easy and free to find home pros for any project, from a simple repair to a major remodel. Tell them what you need and get connected to upgraded local pros. Start your next project with Home Advisor.
Did you know Enterprise rents trucks? They do. I can still rent a car for my entourage. I can share a car just like a real millennial. Or buy one from Enterprise Car Sales.
Thanks, my dad.
Thanks, TV family. They even rent exotic cars. Hello. Not my TV family. Plus, Enterprise picks me up. Rent, buy, or share. How can Enterprise pick you up today?
It's Ace's big LED light bulb sale.
buy one, get one free deals on our best-selling LED bulbs. There's no limit on how much you can save, so stock up now. Now through Monday, only at your neighborhood Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Bush's has a secret family recipe for green beans.
No way.
That's not our only secret.
Savory black beans, hearty pinto beans, flavorful chili beans,
Bush's beans.
and beans.
And beans.
Okay. I never thought I'd say this, but I found bladder leak underwear that's actually pretty. Surprised? It's called Always Discreet Boutique. It looks and fits like my underwear. I know what you're thinking. How can something this pretty protect? Hidden inside is a super absorbent core that quickly turns liquid to gel for incredible protection. So I feel protected and pretty. New Always Discreet Boutique.
5 new employees starting tomorrow. Payroll of 32. Quarterly visit 5. Lots of questions. You're ready. You got Bamboo HR. Start your free trial today at bamboohr.com.
I like people. It's why I got into HR. And I like liking people. So, even when Kate needs me to take care of this week's resumes, I've got everything I need. And I still really like people. Sign up for a free trial at bamboohr.com.
Bakers, for this Better Up round, we asked you to combine a duo of flavors like peanut butter and chocolate into a mini cake fit for the Transformers. 3 of you are about to move on to the cake-off round, where you'll throw down for 10 grand. But one of you is about to take a trip back to Cybertron. Chantal, I'm sorry. You're done in this cake war.
Thank you. It hurts my pride that I delivered such a poorly crafted cake, especially as a returning champion.
Congratulations, bakers! You made it to the final round, but the battle has just begun. See, the Transformers are locked in an epic rivalry between the Autobots protecting our world and the Decepticons trying to take it over. And now, in this final cake-off round, we want you to capture all the mechanized battle action in one epic cake display. Accomplishing all that is going to be really tough, so we're going to give each of you 2 assistants to help you out with your cakes. And don't forget, before your time's up, you must create a tasting cake for our judges and then carefully carry your cake to one of these displays for judging. You've got just 4 hours. Your time starts now.
Oh my God, can you believe it?
Oh my God.
Yeah. So now we definitely had to take it up about 15, 25 notches. So I'm super excited because I impressed Waylon in round 1. For round 2, I want it to be something she's never seen before. I want to put emphasis on Optimus Prime being like the heroic savior of the city. I want to have a city scene. And over that, I want Optimus Prime. Then we're going to put pieces of the 18-wheeler Optimus S's original form.
That looks really cool. Don't spend too much time. You got a lot of work.
It's going to be huge. It's massive pieces. The structure is technically intense. I knew that was going to blow them away. These are deliciously ripe peaches. We decided to go with one of my favorite cake flavors, vanilla bean cake with flambéed peaches and a cream cheese lemon zested filling, which will all be covered with a vanilla Swiss meringue buttercream. I want to make sure the cake is yummy, pound cake, vanilla bean, delicious.
I got an idea. We're going to have like a climactic battle between Optimus Prime and Megatron. The design is a battle royale between Megatron and Optimus Prime. And then there's a transformational item at the top. My wife and I came up with a very unique topper called a lenticular. It transforms as you go from one angle to the next. One side will be the Autobot logo. On the other side will be the Decepticon. Work your magic. This cake is very risky. Each one of the figures is going to be about 18 inches tall. There's always a possibility that a figure is going to fall off.
I'm starting this chocolate cake.
We're making a dark chocolate chip cake with a toffee sauce filling.
I'm going to get this hot sugar in here to get this buttercream going.
The frosting is going to be the same French buttercream that we used in the first round. The judges universally thought that it was delicious.
Try it before I put it in the oven.
That tastes awesome. That's like knock your socks off chocolate.
Okay, I'm working on the mountains. All right. This cake is going to show the path that the Transformers travel from Cybertron to Earth as they transform. There's also going to be a battle with the Autobots fighting the Decepticons, and Megatron is going to be defeated at the bottom. We did so good in round one. We got to keep it going in round two, all right? We're going to do this. I have never made a cake this size in 4 hours. I have no idea how we're going to get this all done. I think using this first lemon and the lemon zest is going to add just enough lemon flavor. That looks good. I'm making a lemon buttermilk cake with lemon cream filling, fresh raspberries, and a vanilla buttercream. This meringue looks perfect. I picked this combination of flavors because Waylon is all about fresh, natural ingredients. Oh my goodness, this time is flying. All right, Christine, it's 25. Okay, I did, John. Good. Cake's mixed. We're about to put it in the pans now. One cake's going in. Nice. Oh my goodness, this lemon smells so good. How much longer to get those cakes in the oven, do you know? Just a minute, they'll be in.
We gotta get these cakes in the
All right,
oven,
I'm
people.
working it.
Come on, chop, chop.
Cake going in.
Hey guys, I can transform from a host into a transformer.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Check it out. Autobots, you have 3 hours. 3 hours left.
Oh my god, we have 3 hours.
Oh my God, 3 hours.
So what we're going to do first, we're going to need some things cut out. The bottom layer is going to be a cityscape in the mountains. This is just showing their environment on Earth. It's 4 inches high and then 14 inches long. The assistants are going to work on the buildings for the cityscape as well as the cutouts for the logo. Those look really good.
I'm going to start building up Optimus Prime.
To make these characters, I'm going to use rice cereal treats, finished off with a combination of gum paste and fondant.
You got it bust through the
I am doing the best I can, honest to God. I'm going to start putting some paint on this bad boy.
Yeah, get it.
Cake's done, Dub. I think we're good. All right, hot paint coming through. Cake's done? Yeah, nice. I think you got enough. Christine stacks and carves herb, and I'm gonna crumb coat it and cover it in fondant. I'm gonna end up in that fridge just eating cake. It's very hard to make a perfectly round sphere. Time is moving way too fast. Earth is about to be rocking.
Joe, we gotta get the cakes on here. Everything baked up great. Now I'm gonna start building Optimus Prime. The torso up is gonna be all cake. Stacked cake, cut, carved, smeared, covered in as much modeling token as possible. I have to be careful of the weight. Right now I'm just eyeballing the torso. So far it's good. Yeah, y'all.
Just push it in.
Hey, it looks good.
Hi there.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, how are you? Waylon and Richard come and look at my cake. There's so much left that we still have to do. I know you don't see a lot going on here, but we'll make it.
The Autobots, Decepticons, we're going to see some of those somewhere on the cake.
Optimus Prime is definitely going to make an appearance. We're not going to bring an unfinished cake to judging.
There's a lot going on and a lot to do and finish and accomplish.
I got a great assistant, some great helpers over here. I think we're going to get it.
You are confident. I like that, but I'm nervous.
Okay, we'll see you. We'll see you there.
Good, prove me wrong.
You seem confident as can be, so we'll just get out of here and let you finish.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Devin. Hi. I am very nervous. My heart's pounding right now.
What are we looking at?
It's basically an epic battle between Megatron, who's going to be up top here. Optimus Prime is going to be down here, and they're both slugging it out. And we have a very special topper that hopefully will blow your minds.
No lumpy mattresses?
No more lumpy mattresses. If the judges think that the fondant work is messy on our cake, we could be eliminated. We hopefully are going to redeem ourselves in the fondant department.
We hope so too.
We'll keep our fingers crossed and they'll come together.
All right, good luck, you guys.
Thank you.
Hey, Sam.
Hi. Waylon and Richard came over to the table, and I could not believe how stressful that was. We gotta finish the head. I have the buildings over there. That's gonna enrobe the whole front, and then the last minute touches as many details as possible.
And you have to color.
Wow, that's quite a lot left to do.
Having Waylon and Richard say, we have no idea how you're gonna get this done. Definitely to make things better.
So what happens if you get down to the wire and there's pieces of parts you can't finish? Do you have a backup plan?
I Can I honestly say I don't? Hope it doesn't happen.
It will happen. Because we're going to judge what we see, not your best intentions.
They are not making me feel confident at all. I'm just gonna do what I can to get this finished. We just gotta keep going.
All right, we'll leave you to it.
Good luck. Thank you. We gotta hustle. I'm worried about the arm and the bicep and the tricep form with the hand and the rifle. We have to get this finished.
No, sorry.
No, sorry.
Totally forgot about that. What's wrong?
It's too heavy because of those freaking pipes. I think what we're gonna have to do is like run a dowel and hide it. You know what I'm saying? And to support it that way. The weight of it is super heavy. I need more support.
Are you done with this cake?
The arm just fell off. At this point, I don't think it's gonna work.
I can take the restaurant and bring it to the home. That's how it all started for me. Now I've decided to find the next big food roadshow. Yeah, bam! That's exactly what I'm talking about. Series premiere, Guy's Big Project, Sunday, November 5th at 9.
Okay, Mom. Now that we have your attention, Capri Sun has 4 updated drinks. Now only the good stuff. Do you know how to use those? Get those kids some new Capri Sun.
My hygienist told me to try a mouthwash, so I tried Crest. It does so much more than give me fresh breath.
Crest Pro Health Mouthwash provides all of these benefits to help you get better dental checkups. Go Pro with Crest Mouthwash.
Checkup? Nailed it.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Peanuts? You kidding me? This guy's selling peanuts? I used to eat peanuts. I also used to wear diapers. Pistachios where it's at, right? I mean, who wants to eat a food that starts with P and ends with nuts? Peanuts! Pistachios!
Presenting the Shark Ion Flex 2X. Freestanding, cord-free vacuum that can live anywhere because it has 2 rechargeable batteries. That means you can always be charging, even while you're cleaning. With Duo Clean, Multi-Flex, and powerful suction. So you can go and go and go again. Welcome to hassle-free runtime with Shark.
Try Nivea Essentially Enriched Body Lotion. The unique formula with nourishing almond oil leaves skin smoother, moisturized for 24 hours. Nivea Essentially Enriched for noticeably smoother skin.
Life happens everywhere, like it never even happened. Only happens here. The cleanup and restoration specialists at 1-800-SERVPRO and ServPro.com. The moment you realize you're lucky your backyard is in the back.
At Lowe's, the lawn care products perfect for your yard so you can get back to enjoying it.
Hurry into Lowe's and get 20% off all State Green Winterizer Lawn Fertilizer.
A major breach is a major win for identity thieves. They're working overtime, scouring the dark web, accessing your personal information, and trying to steal your identity. Fight back with a one-time free dark web scan from Experian. We'll scan over 600,000 web pages to see if your email has been compromised, so you can act before a criminal can. Get your free dark web scan at Experian.com/scan today.
Are you done with this cake?
The arm just fell off. This really sucks. Definitely worried. So I had to actually change it. Luckily, it didn't ruin its shape, but I have to cut out pieces of the shoulder in order to put it back on, covered in chocolate, and just hope that it'll hold its form to get it to the podium. To be honest.
Holding?
Yeah, thin as hell.
Hey guys, what's this?
A weird scarecrow?
Nope.
Any of these dance moves?
Nope.
Optimus Prime?
Nope. I'm doing the robot in disguise. 2 hours left!
Oh my god, we only have 2 hours.
Okay, we gotta hurry up.
We really have to speed it up now.
We got this. Not much of a disguise, Jonathan.
It's so good!
have to get going. So we just need to get the planets on space, the continents on Earth. This cake is going to show a battle with the Autobots fighting the Decepticons, and Megatron is going to be defeated at the bottom.
Once I finish Saturn, we'll be able to go ahead and get them on there.
We're hurrying to finish the space and the Earth tiers.
My planets are all within my space.
Christina's hand painting the planets, and all the continents are going to be cut out upon it. Over here.
What I really liked about Dion's cake is she's given us a really solid, clean structure with clean fondant work. But unfortunately, she's been spending so much time making everything so perfect. I'm really not getting any sense of an epic battle going on between the Decepticons and the Autobots.
What you doing is totally I put it on upside down.
I do not see Transformers. All of this time that she's spending on her globe, the sphere, is all well and good, but it's about Transformers.
I think I'm seeing a Cybertron planet there, but I'd be keen to see exactly what the story is.
We're gonna get him done?
I am getting him done.
The buildings are good to go. We have to finish Optimus Prime. We have like barely enough time. Nothing is working. I'm gonna have Optimus Prime on top of the city scene. He won the battle between the Decepticons. But this year we're putting it under here and as best as possible. The arm seems like it's holding. Now I have to start finishing the torso of Optimus. I only have X amount of cake, X amount of buttercream, and time. This entire torso is just ripped off. Alright, I don't know how we're gonna do this. The chest quarter of it is falling off. I have no choice but to fix this and fill it as best as possible and hope that it'll keep its form.
It's going to be a miracle if she's going to even finish her cake in time. She has a lot left to do, and I still see a lot of blank, empty white space. I'm really wondering if she didn't try and accomplish too much.
Catch the head a little bit. Like we're in a boxing match.
Sam surprised us in the first challenge. What I'm seeing right now doesn't look like she's gonna surprise us, but her airbrushing is very, very good. The techniques are so artistic that I really hope she does finish it.
You can't worry about that.
Feels big, feels epic, so I'm excited.
Keep on. Good. We can wait for this.
Cake's gonna weigh a metric ton.
You have no idea.
Oh, Lord have mercy. The cake is going to be a representation of a grand mall battle between Megatron and Optimus Prime. The judges thought that our fondant work was sloppy. These characters have taken a little more time than I wanted to take, so now I've got to focus on the neat work.
Darn it. The cross broke off the steeple of the little church.
All right, Alan, I'm going to start getting the topper ready.
All right, very cool.
My wife and I came up with a very unique topper. It's called a lenticular illusion. One side will be the Autobot logo, and the other side will be the Decepticon. So as you go from right to left, it will literally transform before your eyes. Stick this bad boy in.
Oh my God. Autobot? Decepticon.
Nice.
You know, I'm watching Devin work over there. His first round cake, he gave us a lot of sloppy fondant work. I am seeing a little bit more of the same. But what I have to say, the characters that I've seen him sculpt are really impressive. I just wish that the rest of his cake had the same precise attention to detail.
I see two different cakes going on. His characters are so well done, and then I look over at the cake and I just think, what happened?
This doesn't look like a particularly straightforward cake. There's so much going on here.
Why is this not so too big? That's why.
10 minutes left.
Gotta get the head on.
All right, come here.
Oh my God, are we even gonna get this done?
Knock those things in, pile up some debris under them.
That's the only thing we're gonna be able to do.
Okay. Wait. The most important feature to the cake, Optimus, is not done. It's barely covered. This is a complete failure. I'm trying to not have a complete meltdown.
I already put some on there.
Now it's time to get the cake to the podium, and we have to get these characters on.
Be careful. Oh my God, Devin. How's he gonna hold in there without falling out?
We're gonna need to figure this out. I don't know. Megatron is not working, but we have to get the cake to the podium and make sure that he doesn't fall over.
I got it. Just hold him in place. You ready? We gotta get this cake over there. We're running out of time.
Sam, let's go. You got it?
You swing that way.
We pick that cake up. Megatron is starting to sway back and forth. I'm worried that Megatron might fall off the cake. Heavy. Careful.
Oh,
This is the story of 9 hopeful bakers.
I nailed it.
Who will become the Holiday Baking Champion?
Team Premier Holiday Baking Championship, November 6th at 9. Also available streaming on the Food Network app.
Pure is big, bold, bright, and just better. That's why at McCormick, Pure Flavor is our mission, so you can realize the rich taste of pure flavor. After all, the smallest pinch of McCormick can make meals legendary, because Pure tastes better.
Each year, Sarah climbs 58,070 steps. That's the height of Mount Everest. Because each day she chooses to take the stairs. At work, at home, even on the escalator. That can be hard on her lower body. So now she does it with Dr. Scholl's Orthotics. Clinically proven to relieve and prevent foot, knee, or lower back pain by reducing the shock and stress that travel up her body with every step she takes. So keep on climbing, Sarah. You're killing it. Dr. Scholl's, born to move.
Going somewhere? Here's some advice. TripAdvisor now searches more than 200 booking sites to find the hotel you want and save you up to 30%. Trust this bird's words. TripAdvisor.
Over a year ago, I was diagnosed with advanced non-small cell lung cancer.
A true story with Keytruda.
My world came crashing down.
Come on, kids.
But I was not ready to give up. After testing for high levels of PD-L1, I started on Keytruda.
In a clinical study, Keytruda offered patients a longer life than chemotherapy, and it's an immunotherapy that can be your first treatment. Keytruda is for adults with non-small cell lung cancer that has spread, who test positive for PD-L1, and whose tumors do not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Keytruda can cause your immune system to attack normal organs and tissues in your body and affect how they work, and may be serious and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you experience new or worsening cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, diarrhea, severe stomach pain or tenderness, nausea or vomiting, rapid heartbeat, increased hunger or thirst, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in urine, changes in eyesight, muscle pain or weakness, joint pain, rash, itching or flushing, as this may keep these problems from becoming more serious. These are not all the possible side effects of Keytruda. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems, or if you've had an organ transplant, or lung, breathing, or liver problems.
I used to take the small things for granted. I don't anymore.
Living longer is possible. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. Ask your doctor about Keytruda, with more FDA-approved uses for advanced lung cancer than any other immunotherapy.
What you gonna drink with me
Abby, careful. If I don't stabilize Megatron, this whole thing is blown. All right, it's down. By the grace of God, we got the cake on the podium and nothing's falling off.
Almost.
Let it go. Say again, Okay, guys, watch your fingers. Joanne, the arm's not on. We got the cake on the podium and some of the pieces started falling off.
We can't even deal with that right now.
It's just unbelievable. I'm trying to do damage control, but there is nothing I can do to save it. Devastating is an understatement.
She's not even trying. She's over there. Come on.
1 minute, this is do or die.
Dion, this is it. No, stop, Lisa. Help us.
I need some icing right there.
Oh my god, his ear's falling off.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands off your cakes.
To look at the final piece, I mean, disappointment is an understatement. I went from having an epic success for round one to an epic failure. Plan my will.
Bakers, in this final cake-off, you needed to create a machine fight-filled cake display in celebration of the Transformers. Sam, tell us about your cake.
The plan behind the cake was to build a city skyline and have pieces of the Optimus transforming into him as a whole. It's a vanilla bean pound cake filled with a cream cheese zested frosting. We chopped up some peaches and flambéed them with some brandy to give it some zest.
Sam, this is absolutely peaches and cream brought to life in cake form. It's delicious. The creaminess of your frosting and the peaches just shine. Really amazing job. You absolutely set out to be very ambitious. Here on Cake Wars, it's a competition and you're limited on time. Part of a great cake artist is to be able to construct something within those time restraints. It does break my heart that it didn't quite work out for you.
The cake was very nice. The peaches, they weren't mushy. They had a really nice, crisp bite to it. But let me give you some advice. Something's always going to go wrong in a competition. You have to know what you're going to do from minute to minute to minute so that when something does go wrong, you can pick right back up. This is a wonderful design. I really, really wish I had seen it completed.
I was really rooting for you when you were building that. You captured the epic nature of Transformers. Wish you'd had the opportunity to finish it.
Thank you.
Devin, tell us about your cake. This is a battle royale between Optimus Prime and Megatron. The city is kind of laid to waste, as you can see. Megatron has snatched victory, but as you go to the top, you get a little surprise when you realize that one logo transforms into the other. The cake is a chocolate chip cake with a toffee sauce on the inside. It has a chocolate ganache with toffee bits mixed in it, and it has a vanilla French buttercream on top.
Devin, you surprised me with this cake. It is quite delicious. I just wish that there was maybe a little salty element in there to break up the sort of sweet on sweet on sweet. The design of your cake, Devin, it's just a hot mess what you have going on there. But in this weird sort of way, it works. It definitely gives the sense of an epic battle.
Devin, the toffee bits were a great surprise. When you came across the crunch, it was very nice. It was really a pleasure to eat. Regarding your piece, I like it, but I'm bothered by it. It just looks like they have laid waste to everything. The Decepticons won, so what are we left with? And let's face it, your fondant work is sloppy. Cake decorating is still coming down to the basics, so you got to do great fondant work.
I think the fans would super appreciate the shield that changes direction as you look at it. So really nice job.
Well, Devin, there you have it. Thank you very much. Dion, you're up.
I decided to show you the journey that the Transformers take from their home on Cybertron down to Earth. You can see on Earth they're the car form, and once they get up to Cybertron, they are in their robot form. We have Optimus Prime on top, overseeing everything. I've done a lemon cake for you. It's got a lemon mascarpone cream in the middle with fresh raspberries and a vanilla bean Swiss meringue.
I love the filling. The bright lemon flavor and the fresh raspberries just exploded in my mouth, but the cake was doughy and very heavy. The design of your cake, I love the clean lines. I love the fact that you can cover a sphere with fondant. I applaud you there. My problem with this is that it was supposed to be a fight, the epic battle between them, and I don't see that happening. Optimus and Bumblebee, they look great, but they don't really look menacing. I'm just missing the excitement.
I agree with Richard. Your filling is very tart. I like the addition of the fresh raspberries in there, but it seems like you're maybe a little heavy-handed on the lemon zest. It kind of leaves me with this bitter, lemony aftertaste. Design-wise, you gave us a really clean, beautifully executed cake. Your fondant work is crisp and nice, but it is missing that epic battle that we get from the Transformers.
Even though it's not a battle scene, I love the fact that you've really spoken to the origins of the Transformers. And I think you have a real signature, which is this very clean form. I really liked it.
Dion, thank you very much. All right, Bakers, the judges are now going to consult with the wise Autobot leader, Optimus Prime, and come up with a decision. We'll see you back here in a few minutes.
The judges think that the fondant work is messy on our cake. Oh, God, I'm worried.
I'm nervous. So much went into this. I want to win.
The science of food comes to the Chop Kitchen.
Alton will be the mastermind behind all of the baskets.
I don't know what to expect. It could be anything.
This is the best day ever. All new Chop Alton's Challenge, Tuesday night at 10. Brought to you by Hyundai.
master food artists scare up their most spine-tingling creations.
Oh my God!
All new Halloween Wars, Sunday night at 9 on Cube Network.
In my other hand, it makes me
Grandma. Hey, when you cooking turkey wings, what you put in yours? Turkey wings.
SC Johnson.
That's it. No butter.
Trusted battery for your son's favorite toy. Maybe not.
Oh.
Maybe you can trust he wouldn't leave.
Fake them, yeah. Okay, that's what I got. All right. I wasn't sure if you added butter. All right. Okay. Bye-bye.
Just $99.99. Cuddle Dutch cheese or froze $29.99. Plus, take an extra 20% off when you spend $100 or more. You'll get Kohl's cash too, right now at Kohl's.
It extended past both of these. So to me, that was a continuation. And then when this came back, you write that up. This didn't extend past 4, so I would write that down.
Yeah, the sauce is dark.
Roasted garlic, nice.
You guys know there's more salsa, right? Tostitos, bring the party.
Looks like you found a better way to do this, Dad. Organic, non-GMO seed, 100% veggie diet. If I can raise you two, I can raise anything.
Purdue, raising more organic chickens than anyone in America. Old man still got it.
Ask Sherwin-Williams during the 4-day super sale. Save 40% on paints and stains from October 20th through the 23rd. Color is just around the corner. Find your neighborhood store at sherwinwilliams.com/save.
We know there's a lot of other cleaning companies to choose from.
Not for me. I've tried those other guys. They just don't clean my home the way these guys do.
That's because they don't have our equipment. We make ours right here in the USA. And our cleaning solution meets rigorous EPA Safer Choice standards with no harmful residue left behind.
That's why I call.
Call or go online for our $99 special.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Send the steamer to certified cleaner.
Wait. Perfect. At Del Monte, we keep it simple. Our corn is packed at the peak of freshness with just water and a dash of sea salt. Nothing else. Because it's what's inside that counts.
Real cheese people are ham and Swiss people. They're hot and cold, big and bold, but they would never make a sandwich with pasteurized processed cheese. Sargento slices are 100% real natural cheese. Sargento, we're real cheese people.
A good enough dinner
Hey, should I heat up some lemons for you?
isn't good or enough.
It's a plated night.
Yes.
So plan for great. Start at plated.com. Pick from a wide variety of dinner options. All the shopping and measuring is done for you. So get together, share, enjoy. Go to plated.com right now to get 50% off your first week of Plated Nights. That's up to a $79 value. This offer won't last, so go to plated.com now.
I like people. It's why I got into HR. And I like liking people. So even when Kate needs me to take care of this week's resumes, I've got everything I need. And I still really like people. Sign up for a free trial at bamboohr.com.
5 new employees starting this morning. Payroll of 32. Quarterly reviews at 5. Lots of questions. You got Bamboo HR. Start your free trial today at bamboohr.com.
We have these 3 crazy Transformer cakes in front of us. We gotta pick a winner. Let's start with Dion. What did you think of her cake?
It's so refreshing and nice to see such clean, detailed fondant work all the way throughout on her cake. I can tell that that's Bumblebee. I can tell that's Optimus. I mean, I do like that she did the flames out of sugar work and sort of gave us a different technique there. But there's no sense of an epic battle.
It's great fondant work. It's great technique.
Clean work, that smooth sphere. It's all there. It's all in it.
Transformers is really all about a sense of drama, of good versus evil, of battles, and that's really missing from the cake.
The raspberry cake was balanced. Nothing in it is too overly sweet. I like the addition of the fresh raspberries in there.
But the cake was doughy.
Let's talk about Sam.
Sam is insanely talented, and I think she started out with an amazing vision. It would have been a phenomenal cake.
The design is really unique. There's such a sense of tension in it. Just by placing Optimus to the side like that just brings out this sense of power. But the end product is what we judge.
That, to me, is a robot in disguise. It had the scale, it had the stance, but she just didn't finish it, and it's just so disappointing.
But her cake was delicious.
Oh, yes. Sam really stepped it up flavor-wise from her cake from round one. Those peaches and cream flavor was absolutely delicious. It was a beautifully done cake.
And then we go over here to Devon's cake.
Devon definitely gave us an epic battle, so much more than any of the other cakes.
Devon was really the only one who had something that transformed on his cake. The shield on top goes from Decepticon to Autobot and back.
There's so much going on in the cake that it distracts. But he did manage to give us really clean, detailed work in the Transformers themselves. But his cake is sloppy.
I think the fans would absolutely love it. You could pick up Megatron and Optimus and they would feel like larger-than-life robots, which Transformers is all about.
And let's not forget, his cake was really good. The toffee bits were very nice.
And that really rich, dark cocoa cake was moist and light and with such a strong flavor. You can definitely bake a good cake.
3 jam-packed Transformer cakes stand before you. This is going to be a tough decision. All right, and it's time to bring back the bakers. Bakers, in this cake-off round, we asked for an epic battle in cake form that perfectly captures all the action and excitement of the Transformers. In just a few moments, one of you will be on your way to a blowout party celebrating the Transformers, not to mention take home $10,000. But unfortunately, there's one of you who definitely won't be getting that invite. Sorry, Sam. You're done in this cake war. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Vince.
Not only did I disappoint myself, I disappointed the judges, and it sucks.
That leaves Devon and Dion. You both gave us Transformer cakes that were as awesome as they were delicious, but only one of you can win.
It's a close race between me and Dion. If we win the $10,000, we want to put the money aside for our daughter and for her future. I'm worried we could be eliminated.
They had good and bad to say about both of our work. I really don't know what's going to happen.
The winner of Cake Wars and $10,000 is Devon. Congratulations, you're the winner. Oh my God.
If he looks at you, he wins.
Oh my God. We won this thing.
We did it!
We did it. Woo!
Woo!
Let's have some cake. Winning is going to boost our business, I think, through the stratosphere. This win is a validation of all of our hard work.
I just really read Transformers. They did a phenomenal job with the whole thing.
It's just going to be amazing.
I'm Marie Drummond. I live on a ranch in the middle of nowhere, and all my recipes have to be approved by cowboys, hungry kids.
I love her voice. It's just great.
An attractive, young. You are asking for trouble.
And it isn't long before jealousy, greed, and revenge lead to murder.
It's unfortunate such a heinous event ripped the family apart.
This was not murder of passion. This was cold-blooded murder.
They say blood is thicker than water. But sometimes your deadliest enemies are your closest relatives. They
They say you never know the worth of water till the well runs dry. But that's not a problem the residents of Lake Asbury, Florida ever seem to have. 30 miles south of Jacksonville, this little hamlet feels like heaven on earth.
It really reminds me of the 1950s American town where everybody knows each other and life is good.
But it won't be long before Lake Asbury is stained with blood. Just a few hundred yards from the lakeshore lived the Joneses, a family with an impeccable reputation. On most days, the local car lot is where you'll find patriarch Jack. He makes his money, a lot of it, as a manager at the dealership.
Jack had a very good reputation at the car dealership. He was very successful.
Jack Jones was a very friendly man. He always would smile and wave when we would drive into our driveway.
He's a wonderful neighbor and a great dad, too.
Jack was a very solid example of the work ethic to pass on to his children, Jill and Shane. It's pretty much a good example of being a role model father.
And one of his apples hasn't fallen far from the tree. Jill is the elder daughter, and she has taken after Jack since she was just a toddler.
She was kind of like the apple of his eye.
Jill is happiest when she makes her father proud, whether it was getting good grades in school or closing the big deal.
They had a lot of the same likes. When Jack was out in the yard, Jill would be out there too.
They also share the same killer instinct.
Jill seemed to be really happy when she was out doing things with him.
Her friendly demeanor clearly comes from her father. But don't be fooled. This congenial car salesman is very protective. Though he tries not to play favorites, Jack and Jill share a special bond. And that's just fine with the other two family members. Wife Linda and younger daughter Shane have always been two peas in a pod.
Shane was more of a replica of Linda. She favored her mother and tended to do things more like her mother would do.
Linda's a successful career woman working full-time as an accountant. Today, Shane is looking at a gift her mother bought for a new coworker. The flashy show of affection she learned from Jack.
When they started accumulating money, Jack really liked to spoil Linda, and he bought her lots of rings so she could have a diamond on every finger.
Yes, the Joneses are enjoying the fruits of their labor. But who could guess this family's fortunes would soon take a turn for the worse? The problems began shortly after Jill and Shane moved out on their own.
Emptiness syndrome can be very daunting to a family after raising and caring for whether it's 1 or 9 children.
Linda Jones probably felt lost. She felt empty. She felt she didn't have a direction in her life.
The Jones home was very quiet, not much action going on.
To make up for the loneliness, Linda hatched a plan involving an intern from her office. The young woman's name is Carrie Davis. Today is her 1-month anniversary of living with her boss.
Carrie had no place to live. She didn't have enough money to live on. Linda was feeling the empty nest syndrome.
Lonely Linda killed 2 birds with 1 stone, and now Carrie is a permanent resident.
It was a match made in heaven.
The two quickly became more than just boss and employee.
Linda was like a mother to her.
Carrie is now the target of all Linda's affection.
She bought her clothes, she took care of her, and she looked upon her like a daughter.
Friday night family dinners now include the perky 5th wheel, much to the daughter's chagrin.
They felt jealous about her. It was as if they had another sister that had become the favorite.
But Jack is glad Linda has a new friend. Maybe a little too glad.
Jill realized that Carrie Davis was coming. She may have realized.
I'm watching the market, and I may have missed a couple of trades, but I'm learning, and the next time I see it, it will be a paper trade. But it was the inside bar for 3. Was it a continuation of the one-time framing up, or a pullback from the one-time framing down? And it appears that it was more of a because it did not exceed 2, it was a pullback. That's what I'm saying.
Her daughters are right.
I think Linda saw Carrie's flirtatiousness with Jack and vice versa. Here is a young girl that she has done everything for, and then she goes and starts flirting with her husband.
Jack plays innocent, but Linda knows better and reveals to the whole table that earlier in the marriage, when their daughters were just little girls, Jack had an affair. Shane and Jill are stunned.
When they found out what was going on with their dad, they must have had some anger.
But Jack strikes back and reveals that Linda was also caught with her pants down.
There's been some infidelity with Linda in her relationship with her boss.
They both had affairs earlier in their married lives, and they felt that they could repair it.
But now, old wounds have been ripped open, threatening to poison the whole family.
Okay, so let's say if it was one-time framing up, and 3 was, it was a one-time framing down, and 4 went past 3, but not past 2. Would it be a pullback or a turn? All right, so we're going to be studying pullbacks. We're studying.
Patients that I see that complain about dry mouth, they feel like they have to drink a lot of water. Medications seem to be the #1 cause for dry mouth. Dry mouth can cause increased cavities, bad breath, oral irritation. I like to recommend Biotene.
Sorry, I don't see
Biotene has a
anything.
full array of products that replenishes the moisture in your mouth. Biotene definitely works. It makes patients so much happier.
think I have some mine.
For you. Aveeno Positively Radiant 60-second in-shower facial works with steam to reveal glowing skin in just 1 minute. Aveeno, naturally beautiful results.
Onwards, onwards they trek, knowing not the danger that lurked all around them. Luckily, they've geared up at Sierra Trading Post for less than toothy price. Who knew that Brian's new hiking pants with zip-off legs would make for the perfect escape? Sierra Trading Post, vast selection, epic brands, teeny tiny prices, so you can go wild, folks.
Our little biker gang loves our snack bars with protein, but some of them have over 20 grams of sugar. Not to mention that hidden sugars from all these sneaky carbs. See, sugar is the enemy of protein. But we found all these Atkins bars. You don't have to be doing Atkins to get the health effects of Atkins. My favorite? Lemon. Lots of protein and 1 gram of sugar. So pick your bar wisely. Go for the Atkins effect.
I don't know. Going back to school just seems impossible.
Allison, what's the real issue here?
It's too much money, and there's not enough time.
That's why WGU reinvented higher education. You can move through courses faster and graduate for half the cost.
Really?
Honey, just listen to the bird.
You okay?
Online, nonprofit, and surprisingly affordable. WGU. It's a new kind of you.
I feel incredibly grateful that I stumbled upon Talkspace. I was matched to the perfect therapist. She makes me think in the best way possible. This has been a life-changing experience.
Join more than 500,000 people who already text their therapist wherever they go. For only $32 a week. Join now and get $35 off. Talkspace, therapy for how we live today. A good enough dinner
Hey, should I heat up some nuggets for you?
isn't good or enough. It's a plated night.
Yes.
So plan for great. Start at plated.com. Pick from a wide variety of dinner options. All the shopping and measuring is done for you. So get together, share, enjoy. Go to plated.com right now to get 50% off your first week of Plated Nights. That's up to a $79 value. This offer won't last, so go to plated.com now.
In the 1980s, decadence had a dark side.
This is a real life horror story.
Neighbors are nervous, they're scared.
I'm just talking about the 1980s. Is this an American dream or is there something more sinister?
Oh my God, how could this be?
They are pretty freaked.
The 1980s, the deadliest decade. All new, Monday at 9. Only on Investigation Discovery. Stream live and catch up on ID Go. Download for free now.
On the banks of Florida's Lake Asbury, the Jones family is spinning apart, all because of their new house guest, Carrie Davis. Linda feels that husband Jack's wandering eye has returned.
Anytime you bring a very attractive young woman into your home, you are asking for trouble. And that's what Linda got.
Of course, Carrie doesn't see what the fuss is all about. Linda threatens to boot Beauty to the curb, but the nonchalant nubile knows Big Daddy Jax got her back.
She may have felt really, really abandoned, and Linda probably felt she had no one to turn to.
Over the next few days, Carrie puts her gratitude for Jack on display for all to see.
Something's going on there that shouldn't be going on.
A boost in self-esteem is one thing, but every man needs discretion.
and Jack has none. But Linda didn't become a successful accountant by being played for a fool.
Carrie, this is right there, right? I see what you're doing with Jack. She was there because Linda was being good to her. I'm not happy. And she pays Linda back by flirting with her husband.
And Linda's worst nightmare is about to come true. Jack admits he and Carrie are having an affair.
It was the two people that she loved most in the world, and they betrayed her.
Pack your bags. Linda tells the intern to get out. Jack now faces serious fallout from his family.
Dads are put up here on the pedestal, and rightly so. And now Dad is kind of fallen off that pedestal.
And fallen hard, especially for Jill, who's watched the whole thing unfold.
Carrie got an apartment very near where Linda and Jack live.
The teen is barely settled in before she senses she might not be alone.
This probably gave Carrie all sorts of nightmares.
The lurker's persistent prowling is chilling. And soon the danger becomes very real.
Brake lines to Carrie's vehicle had been cut.
This could have led to Carrie's death. Carrie saved herself by calling the police, and they found the cut brake lines before she drove the car.
Karma or something else? There is a line of Jones women who could all be suspects. But Carrie isn't the only one who has endured an unwelcomed visitor.
Linda is reporting someone broke into the house and has stolen items, jewelry, a television. There are some items that she reported missing.
The home invasion leaves Linda's sense of safety in shambles. Linda hasn't spoken to former intern Carrie in weeks, so neither knows just how much they now have in common, or how much worse it's about to get. Walking home from work, Linda is brutally attacked.
He drug her over to an area that's a dirt mound and had duct taped her hands.
Linda struggles, but is overpowered and raped. Detectives review the evidence from the attack.
The police take a rape kit and they find that there is semen.
But the DNA doesn't match anyone in the system. Back home, poor Linda, battered and bruised, draws support and comfort from younger daughter Shane, as well as elder daughter Jill.
The Jones daughters were in denial. Why is this happening? Who is this person?
There are no words for how much pain has fallen on their doorstep. But who could have known? even more violence was headed their way.
Check on me, 911. She's under rescue. Está cuero.
You tell me what happened?
Coming up, the Jones family's best days are in the rearview mirror. What lies ahead will tear this family apart for good.
Arthritis